After 8 years of political turmoil, Ivory Coast elections are just weeks away. Many Ivorians are hoping that the elections will lead to a more stable country. VOA's Kimberly has that story.
In Abidjan, Ivory Coast's capital city, some residents are cautiously optimistic about this month's elections. Ivoirians, such as Toure Karamoko, director of a local printing firm, say they long for the days when Ivory Coast was an economic powerhouse.
I think that people will turn out in large numbers and economic activity will pick up again. And it doesn't mean that all Ivory Coast's problems will be resolved. We'll work at it. Ivorians should work together, and by working together, we will fix problems.
Elections are overdue but are scheduled for October 31st, indicating that differences between President Laurent Gbagbo and Ivorian political leaders have been resolved.
It's true, Ivory Coast has come through tough times. But today, we are hopeful that as we come out of the crisis, economic activity will quickly get back to normal.
Financial analysts say that more than an election is needed to prove to foreign investors that Ivory Coast is a safe place for their capital. They say investors want to see evidence that Ivory Coast has put to rest 8 years of instability. Raymond Sibali, a special advisor to President Gbagbo, says investors are closely watching the vote.
The signal has been given, and that will mark the return for Ivory Coast. That will transform the country as a destination for investors. We encourage that.
Ivory Coast supplies 2/3 of the world's cocoa, but the industry is struggling because of a lagging investment and aging groves. Ivory Coast's economy took a hit after a failed 2002 coup against President Gbagbo divided the country. The president vows to implement agricultural reforms for cocoa, but opposition candidates have not detailed their plans for the industry. Kimberly Russell, VOA News.
Now, for more information on any of today's top stories, please visit us online at voaafrica.com. And of course, you can also visit us on Facebook. Just search for In Focus.